Hi, I'm Jane. I love to garden. I'm back here in the food forest and the new extended bed from the food forest up here by my mountains. I live in Utah up against the Wasatch Mountains. In this video, I'm going to count my tomato plants. So, it's not going to be spectacular like years in past. A couple years ago, 3-4 years ago, I'll show you some video and pictures. That was my best tomato year. Don't you always compare your best to what's happening now? Well, right now I'm dealing with herniated discs in my back, bone spurs, arthritis in my back, and I have been miserable for 7 months. This year is not going to be the same as years in the past. But I still want to count them. I want to know for myself. But I also might have to count them as tomatoes that look amazing and stupid little plants that probably won't produce anything. And I will tally them in different. So one's going to say tomato plants. The other one's going to say tiny tomato plants. So anyway, let's get started. So we're going to open this right here. And you got to see my honey bunny trying to find me. We got to get rid of that pile, but we're going to open this up right here and we're going to go look for tomato plants. Okay, I'm seeing 2 in this bed. Oh, look, a little stupid one. 3. This one's probably going to produce. It might take a little bit. It looks healthy. It looks smaller, but this is a pretty good bed. It needs some help and nutrients, I think, but I also kept my tags, so that will help. Okay, so we've got 2, 3, 4, and then dumb ones. None in that bed. Look at this one's probably my best tomato plant so far. Look how healthy. That is a beautiful tomato plant. So the tag on this one said Prince Pink, Pearly Pink, and Principe Borghese. So when it comes out and it produces, I'll let you know which one of those. Oh look, I didn't even notice one next to it. This one still is going to produce for me. So I lost count already. And then Atomic Sunset, one of my best tasting tomatoes. Kind of smallish. Come on, grow up. We're going to need to get some nutrients in these beds. Over here, another little dumb one. Sorry, didn't call you dumb. These beans are looking good in this bed. We've got 1, 2 more good-sized tomato plants. Oh, look at that one. There we go. Orange-striped grape size. Okay, we've got one here. In this bed, it needs more nutrients. I don't even see a tomato plant. All the way down that way, no tomato plants. Okay, so let's go into this side. Let's count how many we have over there. So we're going to count how many we have in these blue pots. They run the length of this fence. 1, 2, that's a pretty good size. 3, 4, 5. Those are all white cherry. Okay, I'm going to come at it from this angle. So what's happening here is I've got cosmos and bachelor's buttons that have grown very tall and they're shading out my tomato plants. I have some sort of cucumber coming off the edge. A cucumber there. Okay, we got 2 plants, 2 tomato plants over on that side that are going to produce. This bed right here, remember I raised everything up this year because of my back. So I've got 2 little dorky ones here. Sorry babies, keep calling you dorkies. And several little ones that might not produce this year. But these are being shaded out so much that I might have to start coming in here and taking out the bachelor buttons. Okay, look how little. These guys aren't gonna make it this year. We've got one in the middle here and lots of tall, beautiful flowers. Here's another one. some sort of cucumber, and here's a tag that tells me the whole row is white cherry. I don't see, oh, one little dorky one. Keep calling them dorkies, but I don't think this far. You might give me a fruit or two, but I don't know. Okay, this last one over here, this one might produce for me. That one might produce for me. Here's a good size one that could go up that direction. But this being July and my tomato plants being that small in these beds, that's kind of depressing. Volunteer sunflowers. Okay, let's open this. Let's go count. You know what? I lied. This is my best tomato bed. Okay, let's see. How many tomato plants are on the edge here? See, these look way better. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, there's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This thing is 5 right there. That one's the same one. That huge one is the same one. So 6. Let's come around. See if we can count any more tomatoes. I'm going to get in here and see if that same one is the same. Oh, 6, 7. 7 tomatoes right in a row. And I have not tagged it. Keep saying tagged. I have not trellised any of this. But look how much fruit I'm going to have in a little bit. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, anything else over there? 10. I have 10 tomato plants in this bed, and this bed is doing the best. Yeah. Okay, here's some pathetic ones. Over here, let's go look. Again, I'm not trellising my tomatoes, but look how healthy they look. But the problem is they're going to snap if I don't get some string. So this year I didn't have any trellis, so maybe I'll just string up these T-posts, and that way they can have something to climb. I'm in my front yard and I'm going to try to attempt to count how many tomato plants I have here. Both that pot and that pot are dahlias. Here's a Marn dahlia. So there's my tomato count, give or take 20. I missed one. This one's looking pretty good in this pot. I missed another. I don't know. It's still looking pretty healthy though. Just remember to celebrate the wins. Every season is going to be different. Some seasons you're going to be dealing with health issues, all the different things we deal with. Some seasons you're going to be dealing with weddings and family things, and you know, there's so many things. So don't beat yourself up even I've grown so many tomatoes. I know how to grow tomatoes. Can deal with a year of pathetic, tiny tomato plants. But I have a good 15 or more that are going to produce amazing tomatoes for me this year. Bye. My son helped me put some potting soil in a bucket, and now I am going to put them in those beds over there that need some nutrients. There might not be any hope for these, but they're some of my favorites, so I'm really hoping that I can still get them to grow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep dumping around the tomatoes and then water them in. This whole row, oh, it says solar flare. I thought it was just Dr. Weitch's. I guess if they produce, we'll figure out which ones they are. All right, now I gotta do that to every one of these 6 beds, 7 beds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 beds. I didn't think these were going to produce at all, but it might. And then those are going to produce. I've got peaches. You got to see this update. So I like to shake my tomatoes because it helps them be fertilized, but I'll stand back just a little. Look at this. It's like a food forest for sure. And this is the part where I added more nutrients. Needs to be watered, but look at these tomatoes. They are happy, and I didn't know if I was going to get anything off of these. Got cosmos, zinnias, some tomatoes. Look at that giant tomato. Oh my gosh. And I'm not trellising anything this year because I can't, but I'm planting things so close together that they're kind of trellising each other. I live in Utah. Kind of a desert. It is a desert. So I can put things a lot closer than other people can that live in humidity zones. Make me some fruit. I'm hoping we still have 2 good months. So I'm going to get some fruit off of these tomatoes that were pathetic, and look at them now. Aren't they glorious? They're huge. This one's so huge that it's coming, but it's supporting itself. Can you see how thick those stalks are? Oh, missed some beans. Look how many beans I missed. It's hard to get down here. If they're too large, I give them to the rabbits. Look how many beans I missed. Yeah, these are large. Whoops. Can't see you down here, and I'm never down here anymore. Oh, it hurts to... Oh, it's so stupid. Okay. Well, I don't know if this is worth it. It's not worth hurting my back over. But look at these plants, you guys. Just add a top dressing. If you're worried about nutrients, add a little bit of potting soil or compost to the top. Oh, I'm so proud of these. Look at them. These tomatoes that I was so worried about. They're pineapple tomatoes. I love pineapple tomatoes. So do I see one fruit yet? Look at this mega. Oh, that's big. I don't see any fruit set yet, but I don't know. Depending on the weather, we might still have a lot of time to get at least some fruits off of these. Look at that. I might actually have a pretty good harvest after all.